Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nichananda, Gauranga Nichananda, Gauranga Nichananda, Gauranga Nichananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Andromeda, welcome. Jesus Paul, Jesus Paul, Srila Prabhupada, 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 Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hey, Haribo there, Tom. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri... How come you didn't... Oh, anyway. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, my Lord. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Somebody give a friend a link to a river and maybe Lalita. Maybe they can't get on here. I don't know if they're on or not. Let us know if they're on here. By the way, be careful. Don't block your guru because you may not be able to get a friend request again. It just doesn't work. Sometimes you unblock and then you still can't connect. They just stop. I've had this happen before. So be careful when you block your guru here. It can be a big problem if you want to connect again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All right. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chapter 1, Adi Lila. Spiritual Masters. Hare Krishna. Text number 35. I first offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all my instructing spiritual masters. My instructing spiritual masters are Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. You notice, see, instructing spiritual masters, a lot of devotees, sometimes they think, oh, you can have so many instructing spiritual masters. One Diksha Guru, so many instructing spiritual masters. But see, they speculate. See, that's not really conclusive. Yeah, you can have so many if they're like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. These are liberated souls. So they're the ones, they're Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. See, they have the real understanding. They have real knowledge. See, to those, they worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, pure love of God. So these are our real instructing spiritual masters, because they know the essence of truth and nobody else does. If ISKCON and the Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Samiti understand this point, then they can very easily get this mercy. Because the whole point is people, they speculate on the mellows of devotion, and they speculate on the path. See, they speculate on all these things. Therefore, they don't get the conclusive truth. They don't see the Lord as He is. It causes a kind of like, the Maya causes like it's like you're looking. It's like you're looking at you're looking at a reflection and in the water, and it's going like this. You ever see that? You know how the reflection of the sun's going like, it's not very clear. You see the sun in the back, and it's going like this. So you don't get a clear picture of that. Devotees who worship the Lord in the loving ecstasy, see, they see in the mantra as it is the clear reflection of the Lord. See, so, and that's what they transmit. See, and that's very purifying. It gets you out of Maya. See, people are meditating on the shimmering aspect. That's called mental speculation. Who God is, what God is, where is the real path? See, the real path is shimmering. It's not like really clear. See, that's why this first chapter is very, very important to understand, because you got to have a very clear conception of what is Guru, what is eternally liberated person. What are their qualities? See, who is a devotee of Lord Caitanya? What are their attributes? See, only the devotees who worship the Lord with pure love of God have that clarity. See, that understanding, and they don't always distribute. They don't distribute it all the time. They'll distribute some other lesser truth, something to do, like, say, the mode of goodness, Varnashram Dharma or something. Okay? But to go into the eternal kingdom of God, you need to get really clear on who is an eternally liberated soul, who is an advanced devotee. People don't know who an advanced devotee is. They look around, they say in this guy, oh, this is an advanced devotee. Okay, why is that? Well, he's an advanced devotee. Can't you see? He's the way he's dressed, and he's got a lot of position in the organization, high position. Of course, he's advanced, right? Isn't that the way they usually look? Of course, you just assume. Yeah, nobody ever usually thinks, well, what is what is that person's qualification? What are the real standards for an advanced devotee? See, advanced devotee has love of God. See, love of Krishna. Then you're advanced. Otherwise, you're still maybe an advancing. You're advancing towards that destination of being awakened. See, so is an advanced devotee that has a Brahman thread? That's a Brahmin. That's in the mode of goodness. Well, on this level of teaching, that person can't even purify themselves or anybody else. See, these are advanced teachings. This is Prabhupada was working on just getting people to become Brahmins. But Lord Chaitanya's teaching, that's why he said this teaching that we're sharing is postgraduate, because it almost contradicts Prabhupada in the sense that he knew that. It's like a person that learns addition and arithmetic and mathematics, and then there's geometry. And you start teaching a person that's only understands adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing. And then you start teaching them what is it? Whatever I just said, geometry. It's like it doesn't compute, doesn't make sense. See, that's Chaitanya Charitamrita. It doesn't make sense why the Lord would say what I just repeat. That's why Prabhupada didn't say it. He didn't say, oh, by the way, you're not even purified if you're just a Brahmin. People think, what? Prabhupada said this, Prabhupada said that. And Prabhupada also said, well, there's postgraduate teaching in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's a reason he said postgraduate, right? You say you're not qualified to understand this. Yeah, but Shamaguri, obviously, after 40 years, what 30 something 40 years in ISKCON, and being a devotee is wants to know a little bit more, right? You want to learn a little John. Can't even say. Just too stoned on the name, man. I get blah blah blah. You know how people when they're drunk, or they're drinking, they get a little slur and you can't enunciate the words right. The same thing. Where's that come from? That comes from Krishna, man. He's the original drunk. He's the original alcohol, man. It all comes from him, man. I remember this drug addict. She used to always get high, and she loved getting stoned. And I heard this was her witness, and she says, I was a stoner, man. I loved taking psychedelics and ecstasies and pot and all this. I loved that. And then I got Jesus, and Jesus came to me. He says, "Hey," he says, "this all comes from me." He says, "I'm going to get you really stoned, man." That's where she became ecstatic like this. See, she gave up. She said, "Oh no, man, I like this. This is better, cleaner high." Yeah, yeah. And you become more intelligent. When you take the drugs, you get more dull, but this you get more clear, more intelligent, and you're stoned too. And people. That's why people think. I had people. I know Gohar. He's drinking wine when he gives classes. You can't be like that unless you're drunk. Yeah, one guy was. You know who that was? That was actually Karuna's guru. He was certain I was stoned. I remember he used to say, "This guy's he's drinking when he's giving class because you can't be like." See, he didn't know what this ecstasy is. See, and he was a guru, and this is the whole problem. This is the essence of the problem. A lot of gurus now, see, because there's ISKCON and there's Hare Krishna movement and there's all these wonderful books, right? There's Vaishnavism and all that. But to come up to the standard of what is a real Vaishnava, now that's another thing. It takes very special mercy to do that. That is like just forthcoming. That's like we have to teach Chaitanya Charitamrita principles, and people have to begin to accept them. Because if they don't accept them, they're not raised to the liberated platform where they're truly saved. You're not saved until you're saved in the Lord's truth. See, he's got two main things there. There's chit, that's real knowledge, the real conception of him, her, and there's the ananda. See, if you've got worship the Lord with real, pure, loving ecstasy, then especially when you get these wonderful books or the scriptures, the Lord reveals so many things. See, revelation revealed, and it's in alignment with the true conception of Krishna consciousness, starting with Guru Tattva, man. It's the door to get inside the truth. Otherwise, you're outside. You stay outside. All these gurus, I'm telling you, and they've proven it more and more. Everyone that gets what do you call the kahunas to come and face off, which is really nice. It was great. Ramdas Vijayaratne came and faced off here, and everybody benefits actually because we can see, okay, where you at? It's like you know, you got to get perspective, man. Okay, what is your version of Krishna consciousness? What do you understand? See? And so he goes, well, it's like this, right? And we say, well, wait a second, where's the standard? The standard, okay, show us some of this ecstatic devotion you got. Oh, no, we don't show that, you see. Oh, well, let's see your writings. And you're writing all these things. I think, that's not conclusive. That's not in the vision of revealed scriptures. So I doubt his ecstasy. See, I'm using the standard of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and you should also out there. You should be looking at Gaur Das now. You've been around long enough, and see. Okay, he's ecstatic. Okay, is that ecstasy? Is it confirmed in the book? Is it confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and that these are the symptoms of a person's ecstatic? And then she could say, well, maybe you could somehow or imitate that or something. Okay, is it also confirmed in their understanding, in their knowledge of Chaitanya Charitamrita? See, practically only people in this Sangha can evaluate like that. And the others can't because they speculate. And this is why I went to 5 different gurus, main gurus in the Krishna consciousness movement, to check them out, to see who could understand. Ultimately was like, okay, do they understand this? Not even one that I was impressed with. So that's sometimes how it is. This understanding is so deep. Can you imagine? Lord Chaitanya comes once every 4,320,000,000 years. And then otherwise, this is all covered over. People can't understand this type of Krishna consciousness. Only once every 4,320,000,000 years, Krishna comes and only shows it to Vrindavan devotees. And then he's thinking, oh yeah, by the way, it'd be nice to give this to the public. Otherwise, people just they don't get this. It's just they got to try and get through all of these higher levels. And become self-realized, and then they'll never reach this because you always need the mercy of a devotee. Okay, so it's not surprising that it's so rare now, because Lord Chaitanya was rare, and it was less rare when he was here, because people from the spiritual world come, very qualified people with him. See, and then everything is going. But then when he withdraws, so many go back. And maybe you're lucky if you find one real associate that really knows him as he is. See? So that's what we've been starting. We've been starting from scratch, from practically nothing here. Couldn't get any help from the gurus. Nobody added anything. Nothing. And so now we're adding to that. Now we're adding to them. Anybody see when Lord Chaitanya was here, a lot of people were not accepting. They were thinking, no, it's about being a Brahmin. It's about being a sannyasi. It's not about this laughing and crying and choking up. Look how much progress we've made already. This was not accepted by the Vaishnava community in Navadvip. Only a few people at first. They thought, well, this is crazy, this laughing, crying, everything. Isn't that amazing? Even now, they think, what is this? This is crazy, this laughing and crying. This is not it. And they got these books all about laughing and crying and choking up when you chant Hare Krishna. Isn't that amazing? And they think, no, it's not about that. Or, oh, no, that can't happen. See? But Lord Chaitanya, when that was happening and they were acting like that, they said, well, they're going to take another birth if they don't accept me. See, when a person like Lord Chaitanya is here, or Jesus is here, or anybody's here, and you accept them from your heart, you're delivered. We already have examples of people being delivered already. They accept their guru in their heart, that they say, this person, you have to be like these devotees that are delivered, man. And you're showing the signs, many of you. You're like Peter there when you say, this, who do they say I am? Who do you say I am? Well, this is what Peter said. And Peter said, hey, man, you've come to deliver us. You're the bona fide spiritual master, man. You're the Messiah, Savior. That's the bona fide guru. People need to know that. They hear that. And if you accept them, you're saved. And how do you know that? You get the symptoms. Krishna says, I trust you. I believe in you. You believe in me. You believe in my representative. I believe in you. You come back to the kingdom of God. And you don't even have to wait to go there. He comes to you, doesn't he? We've made quite a bit of progress here. And that's all what it's all about. And so the Lord, look, that's why people got love of God. See, love of God was on the shelf then. He came to give love of God. He came to taste love of God. He came to taste these devotional mellows, and just automatically, whoever would accept his association and come close would just get this bhakti. You know? Especially when they understood how to keep it. Some devotees say that they're receptive, they come into the association of devotees, but they don't follow the process. Oh well, slam bam, thank you, ma'am. They come and they get some bhakti, and then uh, they think, okay, well, great, now I'm going to go around, and they don't develop the family. They don't see this as a family affair. See, they don't perfect their bhakti. I've had people just come, they get a little something here, and then they go off. They don't understand the idea that isn't Vrindavan a community, by the way? Where's everybody sitting by themselves or going away from the family? Here, people have a chance to develop their family relationships here. This is a spiritual family, and people get purified as you're doing it. Isn't it? What a great opportunity. Okay? Great opportunity. You get to be in this here. Yeah, I'm gonna switch the view here a little bit. Here, let's try it like this here. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So instructing spiritual masters. Instructing spiritual masters are liberated souls. If anybody says, I don't agree with that, okay, that's not true. These gurus, see, they always point, these gurus who are not liberated souls, they can also be your instructing spiritual masters. See, they disagree with this opinion. So whose opinion is Krishna's opinion? Is it their opinion? You should be checking, okay, is it Gohari's opinion or is it their opinion out there? The ones who are in ISKCON gurus, Gaudiya Mas, they say, oh, you can have so many Shiksha gurus, and they're liberated out. We don't even consider that even. And Gohari Das says, no, you should consider that. You should consider that. You know why? Because the book considers that. The book explains that. That book, that knowledge, that information, that map is going to deliver you. If you accept that conclusion in the book, so the people should evaluate. Oh, is Gohari right? Or is it these thousands of gurus? I tell you, thousands of them don't think, they're not even considering you got to be a liberated soul to deliver anybody or to get Shiksha. Oh no, I can go to Tamal Krishna to get Shiksha. That's how we get a Ramdas Vrajavasi. I can go to Sridhar and mix everything with Prabhupada and Ram and Rupa Goswamis and just mix and match. It all matches. No, it doesn't match. How do you know? Speculation. How do you know? No pure ecstasy like you see here. No real path in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Okay? Advaita, in their meetings before the appearance of the Lord, they talked about this stuff because they noticed the same thing. They're looking. Look at these people got no ecstasy, no real ecstasy, and they're gurus. They're doing just like this. They're called like Tattavadi Sampradaya. They're Brahmins and they chant Hare Krishna and all kinds of things, like that. But they had no ecstasy, no real ecstasy. See? But they were speculators. And the Dwaita he'd be doing just like this. You get the opportunity to see exactly what they were doing, man. Just like this, you got a little trip into the Leela, man. I'm telling you. As I read these books, I say, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Decrying speculation, the path of mental speculation. You cannot taste mellows in there, and the book even says that and confirms that. Okay? And you could see in the example these devotees confronting us. They don't even. And Lord Caitanya said, if they don't accept me, they will be destroyed. they will take another birth because they won't be saved. Because I come here to save. Who, if you accept a Savior who comes here, then you're saved. It's that simple. If you really accept them, say, this person came to deliver me, let me learn from them, and I'm going to perfect my life. Because that's exactly what happens when you find a real bona fide spiritual master. Your bhakti is perfected. Yeah. Otherwise not. You may even come in with some a little bhakti and everything, but if you don't stick with the association that the Lord gives you like this, and you don't think it's very important, oh well, you won't perfect your bhakti. I breathe in and out and receive the life force and the absolute truth. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is. You see that people, they come into this world just to get this teaching because it's so important. And conclusive truth, you see, by their word my ignorance is destroyed. If you're not experiencing that with a person you're facing and you're learning from, then you haven't found the real representative of that transcendental Lord. Okay? And they have to be telling you these things. See, not always do you get this information. See, we have all the authority behind us. We have Prabhupada's books. Yeah. We have Krishna's blessing and we have Prabhupada's order, actually. He ordered this. That's not a small thing to order this kind of preaching. This is, even though we have a good time, but it's very serious. Got to have a good time. It's that's Vrindavan, man. It's very serious what's going on there, but it's very fun. It's just nothing but a play. Everybody's enjoying themselves. But what's going on there is very grave, very important. This teaching is very important, actually. See, you got to be conclusive. So this chapter is filled with conclusive statements. These six are my instructing spiritual masters, therefore I offer millions of obeisances to their lotus feet. So everybody will agree. Are these liberated souls? Just ask the question. These are my instructing spirit. Why didn't he mention a non-liberated soul? Yeah, because no, you need to be instructed by liberated souls. Now, in the advanced position, you learn from everything. Everything speaks to you. You start to then you do like Jesus did. You look at the tree and you get something you can use to make a parable or something to help people out understand things. See? That's it. You see, once you're in that, but actually people need to know, let me be instructed only by liberated souls. That's what you want to pray for. Let me pray for somebody who has the transcendental mercy of Krishna to instruct me and has the signs and the symptoms and the proofs. So I'm not getting cheated. See? This is why we're teaching like this, because we have these books. People respect these books, and ultimately they'll accept this preaching above all else. Because if it's not like this, then it ain't God, man. It ain't the transcendental Lord. That Lord does not speculate, man. And you need the real God. The real God is conclusive understanding and ecstatic worship. Radha. See? Radha, she doesn't like speculation. She doesn't, she doesn't make her happy. All right, so let's see what else. Get out of here. There are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Srivas Thakur is the foremost. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times unto their lotus feet. Advaitacharya is the Lord's partial incarnation, and therefore I offer my obeisances millions of times at his lotus feet. Sri Nityananda Ram is the plenary manifestation of the Lord, and I have been initiated by him. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Now, this is an interesting statement because I don't know where actually um, that he was actually initiated physically by Nityananda. I don't even know if it's in anywhere. It'd be nice to look, but what I do know is what I've read. Unless somebody wants to correct me later, if they know that he actually had physical connection with Nityananda, but he had a see he met Miniketa Ramdas, who was a disciple of Nityananda, was a follower of Nityananda, direct follower, and he accepted him. See, by accepting the devotee of the Lord, you're actually accepting the master. See, so Miniketa Ramdas's master was Nityananda. So, so he accepted him. Matter of fact, he defended him. Miniketa Ramdas was misunderstood by a Brahmin. See, a Brahmin didn't give him any respect, and then went on the altar to worship Lord Caitanya or Krishna or something like this. And he couldn't recognize the ecstasy was a manifestation that actually Miniketa Ramdas carried the transcendental Lord. Nityananda even said, "Oh, look at this! This Brahmin doesn't give respect to Lord Balaram. I mean, Lord Nityananda." And if you're external devotee or external person, what would you do naturally? You go look over here. Well, where's Nityananda? Where's Nityananda? He's in that ecstasy, man. You fools. That's all of us, by the way. You fools. He's in that ecstasy. Isn't Nityananda? Nitya means bliss, man. His name is Nitya, blissful. He's a personification of ecstatic bliss, unlimited bliss. Nitya, Ananda. Nitya means actually eternal. Eternal bliss, eternal bliss. That's Nityananda, man. And that was manifested in the form of his servant. See, external manifestation of Nityananda. See? Nityananda inside, you could say, is also the super soul in the hearts of all beings. And the external one was Miniketa Ramdas, who was just blissed out of his mind. He came for the Sankirtan. He's crying, laughing, choking up. Kind of like what we do here, that kind of stuff. And the Brahmin does what most of these ISKCON devotees do, what Ramdas Vrijavasi does. Don't recognize it, right? Same thing, same thing. What goes around comes around, man. This is the living book, man. Here, see, I use the book to confirm all our living preaching. Isn't that nice? We got these living words going there, right, Shamagori? It's alive, man, in action on the stage of the world again. Madness again. Transcendental madness. I love it. I've been waiting for this time, man. Come out. Come out of the closet. It's like gay pride day, Hey, we're coming out of the closet, man. This is what we are. See, right? Gay people really love it. Well, this is the perfection of the gay movement. We are just come up with our gaiety. See, gay happiness. Hey, we're out of the closet. Look, Lalita Ganga's out of the closet. Shamakori's coming out of the closet. Tom's coming out of the closet, showing this eternal stuff. See, so Miniketa Ramdas, man. He's look at this guy, this Brahmin, same thing. Look at it, Ramdas Vijay. Look at Radhanath. Look at them all. Look at those 1,000. Well, we'll use that Brahmin there in that pastime as to represent all Radhanath and all these guys. Look at that. They don't give proper honor to Lord Caitanya, right? For us, it's Lord Caitanya now. Look at this. They're not respecting this ecstatic worship. Fie on them. Break the flute. Give me those dundas. We'll break them. I'll break them in spirit here. 1,000 just gone. They don't accept this bhakti. They're not accepting our transcendental Lord. That's what Lord Caitanya said. If they don't accept me, they will be destroyed. What does that mean? People, you don't have any brains till you come in the real line. You come here, we'll give you a brain. We'll teach you how to think. You become logical. You get true knowledge. Otherwise, you're a noodle brain. Got noodles in there. Not our noodle, but noodles. Maggie noodles. Mishy, overcooked. See, so yeah, many came down around that, very ecstatic. And broke his foot. See, this is teaching. This is the truth. See, the Brahmin didn't give any respect, just like now. They don't give any respect to this ecstasy that we're bringing. But if they don't, you're going to take another birth. And that's the truth, man. I just proved my point. That Brahmin fell down. You guys fall down just by when you say, boo, boo, boo. The Lord forces you down because this is the truth. Fall down means you fall. Ultimately, it is your good fortune that we're preaching like this, and you fall down. Because fall down means you trip, you stumble, and you fall on your face, and then you realize it. So Mini Ketam Ramdas had a dream, and Nityananda said, go to Vrindavan now. It's been appointed there. You defended my devotee. All these people, they didn't have the power to do that, but you defended my devotee. See? You're a true spiritual warrior. You go to Vrindavan. See? We got this going in the world. Did you know that? You got the demigods fighting the demons. And they really look, hey man, they know they're in danger. These people, they're fighting these demons. They're in danger. They know it. They know they could lose their life, but they felt great happiness in doing it. That's a warrior, man. That's why they'll get a beautiful heavenly destination for that. That's what was going on in Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra, they knew as warriors, if they fought with courage, even at the risk of their life, they would get a fantastic destination in heaven. They get a righteous person's reward. See, right, goodness, heaven. Oh, you think it's any different now when devotees come here to preach? Look at Jesus Christ, man. Look at Haridas Thakur, whipped in 21 marketplaces for preaching the truth. What was his fault? He was just ecstatically preaching like we are. You notice? Always the same thing. What was Jesus doing? What was his fault? He just preached the truth. He lost his life. Actually, Haridas did, but he did it by his own will. He actually he had that power to do that, and then they threw him in the river, and then he came back to life. And see, there's a resurrection, man. Lord Caitanya style. People think Jesus might have done that too, because kind of went into such ecstasy. Actually, Lord Caitanya, he used to go in such ecstasy that his breathing seemed to stop. It was just barely, just you have to take a cotton swab to see. Yeah, so really, that's really the essence. If people come here and understand this logically by hearing, you get purified. You'll see this makes the most sense. This how easy it can be. This is why this preaching is better than any preaching up to this time. So this is better than Bhakti Vinod's and Prabhupada's and Bhakti Siddhanta's preaching by their mercy. See, what's better? What's better about this? Well, you get delivered now instead of many lifetimes. Isn't that better? See, by their mercy and their order, I get to do the gravy, put the icing on the cake. See, I sing, man. Sweet stuff, man. Can you imagine when you start chanting in ecstasy and tasting the sweetness of the name to the point of tears and ecstasy, like all the devotees had 550 years ago? You don't think this is important? Hey, that's why I keep calling the gurus out. Come on, man, show at least show. I mean, they're. It makes me wonder. Like, man, you guys are so dishonest. Ram Das Vijarasi, you're dishonest. Look at this. You won't even try. I mean, you can't prove that you have ecstatic devotion, and what you realize is because it's not based on ecstatic devotion, you're not clear. And then he sends these horrible videos to Lalita Ganga, which just makes it more clear his position. You know, terrible things, horrible things, like murderous things, terrible things. And you think, wow, this is in the gurus. This is what we hear. See, there's terrible rages and all these things. And you know why this? You know why that is? They took the position too quick. That was the problem. This is you take the head of the snake and you take its poison too because it's biting you. You know what the head of the snake is? Is to be a spiritual master. Okay? And what do you get? With the acharyas like Raghunath Das, you get the donkey urine. See, the donkey urine is name, fame, and reputation. If you're not qualified, it for something that is only for God and His actual representative. I mean, transcendental representative. Otherwise, you're some level of a cheater and a hypocrite. See? You take that in, and you get polluted, and you get these kind of weird things coming out of you. Not even neophytes have such terrible things unless you follow those persons. And then you get it's like they, you inherit, that's your inheritance. You inherit those qualities. Pharisees rage. Yeah, that rage. They raged at Prabhupada, the God brothers, uh, simply because what was his fault? He accepted the name Prabhupada from his disciples. They raged about that. Oh, how dare you! See, brings out all these things. The Pharisees raged at Jesus for preaching the truth. People rage here simply because of preaching the truth. Even either the word or the ecstasy, either one, it just brings out their rage. The ecstasy sometimes brings it out more. You notice? Because it's emotional, brings out the emotions. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, so that's the thing. When you get spiritual strength, you start standing up for the truth, regardless of it. It results in your name or fame, or death, even or life. See, it's life. They rage against for you for your titles. One guy recently didn't even like that you had Das as your name. Oh yeah, they don't even they think this guy is so off the wall that he shouldn't even have the name Das. He shouldn't even ever be. Yeah, well, that's they said the same thing about Krishna and Jesus. That's what's inside people. Uh, Very demonic demons. Now people are going to see what here in our sangha. You're going to see, and you're already seeing what the Christians took out of people, the early Christians. You read all those stories. Well, you're seeing them here already, coming out of these Pharisee type devotees who claim to be the teachers of the world. Exorcism time. Good. I'm glad the movies got you all ready for it. All these exorcist movies, get you prepared. Predictive programming. So now you're going to see demons coming out of people. How else can Lord Caitanya deliver this Kali Yuga? Because most people are demons. And we're all from the demon classes. This is we come into Kali Yuga this time because of that. So how can Lord Chaitanya execute his movement without first doing the incidental activity of destroying the demons inside us? How can we actually has to come out? How can you put all of this in there? You think it's going to be a smooth move? What do you think this is, X-Lax here? Well, it sort of is, but that, you have to do the dump, the dump has to come. It has to come out. Okay. So I offer my respectful obeisances unto the eternal potencies of the Lord. Sri Gadadhar is the foremost. See? Two qualities of the Guru there enunciated. Gadadhar, see? Gadadhar, the internal potency, the Gadadhar principle. What's that? Devotion, right? Manifestation of bhakti. Srivas, the supreme spirit, the spiritual master. What's that quality? Foremost. Conclusive truth. See, in the Panchatattva, you notice you got the ecstatic devotion in Gadadhar, and you got the conclusive truth in Srivas, the spiritual master of the universe. See, having offered obeisance, Chaitanya, okay, yeah. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself. And therefore I offer innumerable prostrations at his lotus feet. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself. And therefore I offer innumerable prostrations at his feet. Having offered obeisances unto the Lord and his associates, I shall now try to explain these 6 diversities in one. Although I know my spiritual master is a servitor of Sri Chaitanya. Oh, yeah. I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. See, everything is as it is here, which is beautiful. I love that. What's as it is? Divine grace. And it's good to use Gohari. See, now you can use this fool as an example. This guy's only got a T-shirt. How dare you call him a divine grace? How dare you call him? So I'll chastise Gohari Jews. I'll play role play. Ramdan, how dare you call him a divine grace? Just be patient there, Karuna. I'll get to the purport when I feel like it. Who's guru here, me or you? This is your problem. You want to be guru. You want to control me. You want me to do what you want to do. No way, Jose. I'm king of the hill here. See, I got the biggest picture here. And look at you. You're out there. You're in the bleachers. See, Karuna's in the bleachers. Okay. You're in the bleachers over there. So, purport. Here's the purport for you poor folk. Karuna. Karuna's the poor folk. Poor boy. He's out there. He's waiting there with his knife and fork on the table. Lalita and River, they're eating all. They're chomping down on the big feast. He's sitting there. Where's the food? Where's the food? That's good. Keep that. Build that desire there, Karuna. You just said Prabhupada's name and straight to Ramai Das. Poo poo. Yeah, well, he's part of it. I gotta, highest truth is Prabhupada. See, distinguished from illusion, Ram Das Vrajavasi. Right? This has gotta be Bhagavatam, man. You gotta have examples. I have to, don't we, Lalita, have to have an example of the highest truth, right? Yeah. And don't you have to have an example of the illusion? Ram Das Vrajavasi, speculation, all that stuff. How am I going to preach? We'd have no class here. There'd be no drama, no excitement. You guys would be bored, man. It'd be another boring Bhagavatam class. You have to have a thriller. It has to be a little thrilling, Have a little drama here, create a little drama, man. Otherwise, how can we have a pastime? Yeah, Manjari, they're in the background. Yeah, they're cheering us on. Yeah. Okay, what was I talking about here? Oh yeah, divine grace. Yeah. Divine grace. So yeah, how dare you have the name divine grace? Okay, so let's analyze the name. See, people should, if you just get really clear on what it means, then you're not into your bewildered by your mind and your material emotions. Divine grace should be a title for anybody who distributes divine grace. Simple, right? What's a problem about that? Do you transmit divine grace in this world? Literally, do you bring the spiritual potency in this world? Literally, there's a divine grace. If you do that, you have that title. Okay? Srila means the beautiful Leela of Krishna. Do you present the beautiful Leela of Krishna? Then you're a Srila if you do. Do you present it more beautiful than an ordinary person? Yeah. Yeah. So the purport. Every living entity is essentially a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the spiritual master is also his servant. Still, the spiritual master is a direct manifestation of the Lord. So this is where the problem is. See, people, they say, well, you see, the spiritual master is directed. So you worship this person, but they don't see things as self-evident as they are. No, the spiritual master is a direct representative of the Supreme Lord. See? That means you are part of the transcendental potency of the Lord. You're a direct representative of that transcendental potency in this world. You direct people to that transcendental potency. That's why there can't be any speculation. Only a person who knows that Supreme Lord, knows the transcendental nature of that Lord, can do that. No one else can. See? They're the direct representative of that transcendental mercy. That's why people get delivered. If you hear the confidential truth, you get delivered. That's why people get delivered here. None of these people could do it. Narayan Raj couldn't do it, even though he said he was direct representative of the Lord and all that stuff. But he couldn't liberate people. And I noticed that in his writing. I said, "There's speculation here, man." Then I'm looking, where's the essay? And it was always, No, so it was like the line of Ram Das Vrijavasi in that way. You can't show the ecstasy, and then the writings have this. There's not something that's not quite clean about it. See, only the devotees can ascertain this who worship the Lord with pure loving ecstasy. That's why you see, I had to start from scratch. Had to make our own sadhus that you can also you say, well, Gohar is saying this. You can check in the book. You can see that. You accept. And then you also in your heart, the Lord in your heart awakens, the gardener awakens in there, and you feel the cleansing, and then you feel the ecstasy, and then it's like, hey man, you overcome doubt. Now you also represent the transcendental potency. That's all you know. The Father knows you, you know the Father. And you're one of those fools on the hill because everybody, oh, foolish, go look at that foolish Lalita. She's a fool. We like this fool. Let us make more fools like this, right, Shamagori? Prabhupada's grace is always there, but we spoil Krishna's grace. Well, Prabhupada, for people, they don't know Prabhupada, just like they don't know. See, you could be, say you were with Prabhupada, but you don't know his transcendental nature. You don't know his ecstatic nature because he was hiding it because people would not obviously accept. They're not ready to accept. So you still don't know Prabhupada, and now Prabhupada is kind of like Rupa Goswami is to you now. Say you never met Prabhupada, he's in the book now, right? Well, Rupa Goswami's in the book. Do you know him? See? See? Well, the way you know that, you got to find the living representative of Prabhupada now, who has that kind of ecstasy that Prabhupada had that he didn't show you. And then, like now, you get a chance to see it because that's our mission. I have the authority now to do this. See? So we can show this ecstatic worship and these truths, and whoever accepts gets a deeper, you're brought closer to Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami and the whole family. Otherwise, not. You got to you see why it's so important to have the word of the bona fide spiritual master, even though you're one of these neophyte gurus like Ram Das Vrijavasi? You got to get used to it. That's why I mentioned it. You got to get used. He's only friggin' neophyte, man. And all of these guys, they're only neophyte gurus, man. They speculate. That's why give me a few more of you guys here. I'll prove how you're speculators. I'll prove you don't have the ecstasy. Now I'm just getting going, man. I'm just feeling that my oats now. Yeah, I got one. Hey, man, thank you. And thank you, by the way, Ram Das Vijayavasi, for kind of stepping forward, man. Get a few more. Come on, man. Come on, Acharya Dave. Come on, Radhanath. Come on, any of you guys there. I want to see that you're real servants of the Lord on the transcendental, that you represent transcendental Krishna. Let us examine that. Everybody, I give you a chance to examine here. Right? We're just we're right here out in the open. You get to see the ecstasy. You get to hear these truths. Am I holding back at all? What about you? Why are you holding back? Let's get clear here. This is good. We need clarity. This is for the benefit of all the universe, actually. It's important. We need to discuss these things and come to the conclusive truth. Like, yeah, is Ram Das Vijayavasi, is he a real representative or not? Isn't that important to know? He's got people following it. Who knows how many followers he has? He's claiming he's right there with Radha and Krishna. So either he is a representing Radha and Krishna and he brings people there into Vrindavan, or he brings them somewhere else. Well, it looks like somewhere else to me. And if we can get it clear, if he can get it clear, if his disciples can get it clear, we just saved a few souls because we're living in Vrindavan here. Vrindavan comes to us every day, manifests in our characteristics. Yeah. We've come here to challenge Maya. Why do you think, everybody likes fights, right? I mean, generally, unless you're a goody two shoes. I don't like violence and all this. But most of the world, their fighting propensity is there, isn't it? Isn't that, aren't the demons fighting the demigod? Aren't good and bad fighting right now? Isn't that they have big fights, political fights right now? Everybody, is fighting, fight. Oh, when you become a devotee, there's no fighting anymore. I'm fighting for the life of people in the world that they get real life. There's a warrior spirit. You ever see the little Krishna on YouTube? Yeah, have you seen Shamaguri, little Krishna? Didn't he have a warrior hat on? Oh, you think the guru's not doing? Oh, he's just no warrior spirit. Krishna's got warrior spirit, but the bona fide guru doesn't. He just does love, 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 love. Boo, 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 boo. But Krishna's different, right? Yes. No, 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 no. Like father, like son, man. There's a time for war and a time for peace. There's a time for war right now. See, war and peace. You notice? War and peace, war and peace. What did Jesus say? Don't think I didn't come here to make war. I came here for peace. No, no way, man. Cause division, man. You guys you're all in the world. Everybody's mixed together, man. I'm going to sort it all out. That's all I'm doing. And don't they tell you that in UK? Go onto the train. It says, oh, by the way, you let us know this information and everything. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. See, that's why give us some data out there, you devotees, you Vaishnavas. We need some data. You know, we got a supercomputer here that wants to compute out the real path, man, the most sublime path, man. Give us some data. Okay, Ramdas Vijayarasi, he fed us some data of this speculation, and this non-ecstatic mood that he said was ecstatic, that we have to just blindly believe. See? No, 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 no. See, showing a higher love will bring the misguided heart. See, there's the sahaja in him. You know, you just watch Lalita. Don't you have enough Lalita? Why don't you get it there? Why aren't you getting it, man? She's right there. She can show you all that. You see those class. Her class earlier. Very ecstatic. And Gohari comes out and smashes things. What I could do? We have our natures, man. Good cop, bad cop. I hate that stupid bloody Krishna cartoon. See? Yeah, it's all coming out. Yeah, action movies is always about good fighting evil because of they lack knowledge. Well, good fighting evil. Why? Because that's going on in the spirit. There's this. It causes a pastimes. That you notice part of the pastimes. Krishna's killing demons and all that stuff. Yeah. But you see, the difference is like Krishna kills the evil. He actually kills the good and evil in this world. He's got to. He's got to swallow that up. See, and or we just become transcendental servants of the Lord, the ecstatic potency. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on here. Okay. So, still, the spiritual master is a direct manifestation of the Lord. See? Direct. See, he's direct. This is the external manifestation of Supersoul. Conclusive understanding of the absolute truth without speculation and ecstatic devotion. The direct manifestation of that in this world. We need it. How else can we know the clear truth and the clear path? You know, you come to somebody that's not a direct manifestation of the spiritual potency, and they lead you to some other place, right? You got to be a direct manifestation because you got to be from that place. You know, remember Jesus said, I'm in this world, but not of it. Are you like that? If you're not a real guru. You got to be in this world, but not of it, man. That other world, that world of spirit, has to be manifested in you. And if it's expressed, other people get contact with spirit. How else are people going to contact spirit? They don't know what it is. How are you going to teach them about the kingdom if you're not it? A manifestation of the place in the person. Okay, so yeah. So the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna because he is a manifestation of Krishna. Yeah. So the Mayavadi level is, oh, see, we're actually God. We're non-different. Do you see the inconclusiveness of that? It's not completely clear. It's sort of true, half truth, but not full truth. This is all this knowledge you get from people that haven't realized personally the personality of Godhead by tasting his qualities, tasting this name in ecstasy. Oh, you taste the name in ecstasy, you realize, oh, God is a happy God. I even see Christians who are ecstatic Christians. They say the same thing. Hey, man, we worship a happy God. Did you ever find a person that hasn't felt the Christ consciousness, the happiness of Christ? Literally, Jesus was happy dude, man. He was blissed out in his relationship with God. He was very blissful, very ecstatic. And so Christians now, they say, we worship a happy God because God is happy. Do you ever see people who are Christians who don't worship a happy God? Kind of like you see in Vaishnavism. You ever see the people that even the gurus trying to be really grave? Have you seen pictures like that? Are you sure they're worshiping? Well, Prabhupada even looked like that sometimes, but not always. Actually, Prabhupada is a Vrindavan devotee. Actually, if he showed you who he really was, he would be just this happy, ecstatic, childlike person, which he's shown sometimes. But for the benefit of others, he took the role as a bona fide spiritual master with a big stick, and a sannyasi garb, just like Lord Caitanya. But he was basically cheating you guys just to get you closer. He just did what Lord Caitanya did. He took sannyas to bring you closer. He didn't show you not all the time, not very often. He didn't show you the Vrindavan mood is different. But see, people more readily accept people that are more regulated. See, more in the mode of goodness. You preach to that, follow principles, because people think, "Wow, you're a sannyasi. Wow, you're austere. I can't do that. I would like to do that. Oh, I would like to be a sannyasi like you, right? Don't they think like this? Oh, I would like to be a Brahmin. Oh, yeah. What do I do? Teach me how to be a Brahmin, right? Yeah, yeah. See, you're moving into the higher mode now. See, you got something you can grab on. You can grab onto that rung. Okay? So the Lord Chaitanya was doing that, for the student community and bring people like that closer. But was that his real mood in Vrindavan? Lord Chaitanya was Krishna in Vrindavan. Radha and Vrindavan combined. Was that their real nature? This is more their real nature you see here. See? Because we're revealing that nature without putting a big stick in front of it, and something other. We're just expressing. And that's what Lord Caitanya told Nityananda. Now, manifest Vrindavan. Manifest your playful, your ecstatic mood now. You see? People purify the world now. Let them see that. See? And whoever gets purified and comes close, see, and likes and accepts your nature, accepts the ecstasy, and accepts the real understanding, the real knowledge from you because you're an experienced devotee, will come into the kingdom very easily. Otherwise, so hard. You're speculating your whole lifetime speculate. What is Krishna? What is God? You don't know, and you listen to people who don't know. You got how many times you're going to get gurus? Who knows how many times you go with this life you don't have a bona fide guru, which we show you here. We show you what is the standard, everything, and you don't come here and you got your gurus there. You're going to take another birth because they haven't realized Krishna. They got a little putana in them, a little whirlwind speculation in them. They don't get to go to Vrindavan, but you've been following them. Look how much easier it is for those who do come here, who are ready to come here. Look how much easier. Oh, you just come here, you get the conclusive truth, and you get the ecstasy. You get more Vrindavan here. You see, and you get to attain Vrindavan because you simply accept Vrindavan, and you get purified in that acceptance. This is deliverance, my friends, is simply accepting Vrindavan when it's coming to you as a gift, didn't it? Isn't it a gift, 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 gift? Isn't that Chaitanya Leela? Gift, gift, gift. See, well, it's being given again. That's deliverance. The Lord came here. Deliverance is simply the accepting the association of liberated souls. And if you like these topics, and you get purified because a lot of stuff inside people don't like these topics because there's condition in there. The condition, you've been conditioned to hate God, man. That's what Maya does. She conditions you to hate the Lord, hate this ecstasy. Can you imagine? All these people claim to be gurus and they hate this ecstasy. You ain't no guru, and they hate to hear this. It exposes, uncloaks their sins. Their sins are all cloaked. People believe sin is truth. Isn't that? It's like just not much different than people in the world now. They make evil good. Do you notice that? Evil is good. Well, in religion, they're doing a similar thing. They're making ecstasy as terrible. They're making conclusive understanding that comes from ecstatic devotees who worship the Lord on a very high level of ecstasy as lies. Gohar is lying to you. And it's coming out of there. They're the liars. Oh, that ecstasy is sahaja and they got nothing. Or they say their material emotions are ecstatic emotions. See, all this unclarity comes out. They hate it because people can take advantage of this ecstasy and fake it. What do they know, Karuna? What do you know, even? Like they're some kind of authority and you side with them. No wonder you don't get any ecstasy. You side with them. You side with their ignorance. They hate it because people can take advantage of this ecstasy. They just read these things in books. They have no understanding of this. See? So therefore, then we're going to preach that. Let that preaching go on. Then the ecstatic devotees come, and then they do the same thing. They beat them. They wanted to beat Lord Caitanya, beat Krishna. They always beat them. So we want to propagate that. They hate because people take advantage. People take advantage. Oh yeah, you know who's taking advantage? Karuna Das and everybody else like this. Who's taking advantage? Are these gurus taking advantage of being a guru? That's taking advantage of you. They ain't qualified. They don't represent Vrindavan. That's taking advantage. Nobody talks about that. Oh, just the ecstatic devotees are taking advantage. Yeah, how many ecstatic devotees even dare to do this? You might find a few, that are trying to fake something, or pretend they've got it or something like this. There are more people faking being guru. See, we're teaching the real standard of guru. If you accept this, then you can find the real path. The real path is the guru, man. The spiritual master who's the divine grace in this world, the direct representative of the Lord. What's so hard to understand like that? We teach people how to check it and everything. I told you, Karuna, Bhagavati, you don't understand yet. Well, you see, it's not easy. You have to have the mercy to understand these things. Okay, anyway, let's see here. Um, so the spiritual master is not different from Krishna because he is a manifestation of Krishna. See, when you got it clear, you're a manifestation of Krishna. When you see the guru, you're supposed to see, if they're really it, you're supposed to see Krishna's qualities, right? You see his ecstasy. You see his understanding. You see that this book is the book incarnation of Krishna. See, that knowledge in that book, that understanding is the book incarnation of Krishna, right? Well, when you see a devotee, they're the devotee incarnation of that book. And if you don't accept that opinion, you're not accepting God's opinion. Because Prabhupada even taught this. He said, hey man, we don't have our opinion. We have Krishna's opinion. But who really does that? Only if you are Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. Only if you worship the Lord with true, pure love of Krishna. See? Can you have Krishna's real opinion? So far, I haven't been impressed by anybody yet, except here. Because you guys are accepting this, okay, and you're the test. You're the results of the test. Okay, I'm preaching this opinion. I'm saying this is Krishna's opinion that's revealed by this ecstatic worship, and you're listening to this opinion. This word is going in you. Is it going to bear any transcendental fruit? That's what people should think. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. How else can we know what is divine in this shithole called the material world? How are you going to know what is real light in this world unless it's actually here, manifest right before your mug? See, direct manifestation of the Lord. That's why people have to clear off their speculation if they want the real Vrindavan. We're in the real Vrindavan because when we chant the holy name, ecstatic, the Lord shows, I've accepted these persons. Yeah, I've accepted these persons as my servants. I trust them. Okay? They trust me, I trust them. They like me, I like them. They like my association, I like their association. Therefore, I come close to them. Can you imagine if I was chanting or Lalita was chanting and ecstasy starts to come and go, oh, what is this? There's something greater. Get away from me. Get away from me. Is that a manifestation of liking Krishna? Well, you don't like Radha. You don't know Radha. You're confused. You think she's a snake and not trying to rope you and bring you closer to what is really pure and wonderful. See, that's what people do in the world. It's that simple. If you come close, if you come into association and you hear these talks and you see this ecstasy and you chant with us, it becomes really amazing. Okay, let's see. Let's do this thing here. So give us a word there, Lalita. Oh, your thing's not working again? Why is that, I wonder? Oh, it's broken? Oh, are you using your phone? You're using a phone? No, computer, huh? The mic is broken. How? Oh, I see. So you did your class on the phone today. Ah, I wonder how your mic is broken. They don't usually break. Okay, so Karuna might be able to figure it out. It might be a software thing. It could be a software thing. Karuna cannot find it. Oh, okay. Oh, you might. All right. Well, you have to take it in, man. It's important. They have computer places that can fix these things. If it's too expensive, just buy another one because sometimes it's no. Okay, you can fix this. Okay. Uh, Tom, give us a word.
I feel I want to get more energy to get warm. I feel I want to do significant movements.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. We go on here. So Lord Nityananda, who is Balaram himself, the first direct manifestation of Krishna, is the original spiritual master. He helps Lord Krishna in his pastimes, and he is the servant of the Lord. See, another quality, Nityananda, he's got the plow and the club.
Yes.
Yeah. See, he's the original spiritual master. So that's why I see our lines start with Nityananda or Advaita. Also, Advaita is in there too. See, so they start the lines, but they have the weapons of the plow and the club. That's you cannot be a. That's why if you want a Vrindavan, you got to be plowed. Your field, you're the field, man. You got, and there's clubbing there. Sometimes the club comes out. We got a lot of ignorance. The truth is being clubbed. When you hear the truth from the guru, it's almost like being clubbed. Like boom, sometimes really hard. If you're attached to illusion, boom, it's like ooh. See, but you got to go through the purification, plowing and clubbing. You know, yeah. So every living entity is eternally a servant of Lord Krishna Chaitanya. Therefore, the spiritual master cannot be other than a servant of Lord Chaitanya. So the spiritual master's eternal occupation is to expand the service of the Lord by training disciples in a service attitude. See, so Prabhupada taught people a service attitude on a Vaidhi level, right? Oh, yeah, develop your service attitude. Do the rules, do the regulations, do the deity worships. See, service attitude. You want to serve, but you see, it's external, isn't it? You just kind of you go and you go through the motions. You don't have the feeling and all this. Yeah. See, so but this level, see, this is the Raganuga level here. See, now it's the duty of the spiritual master to engage the disciple in the service of the Lord. Now, what service is that on this level? Oh, well, I'm not here for that level. I'm here for this level. Serve the Lord, serve his name in ecstasy. To promote the ecstatic Lord, not the mode of goodness Lord that you don't know very well. No, to promote the Lord in the ecstatic Lord that brings you closer to understanding his real feelings, his real desire, his real personality, what he likes, what he dislikes. Yeah, yeah, what he dislikes. He doesn't like everything. He doesn't like speculation. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought I could be a guru and speculate. Well, no, if you're ready for this teaching, even if you're not ready, if you come here, I'm going to smack you with the club of truth. Sorry, you're not speculating. I'll prove it in the book. You still don't accept? Well, you got some demons inside you, obviously. Yeah, we're here to show you oh, you don't accept the ecstasy? Well, how are you going to serve the transcendental Lord? Because we're here to engage people in the transcendental loving service of the Lord as it is, not in practicing on some other level of not knowing the transcendental loving service of the Lord. How to serve the Lord with loving ecstasy. That's what we do here. That's the only thing we do here. Transcendental loving service of the Lord. Doesn't it have a nice ring to it? Eh? We don't accept your feelings as the loving service of the Lord. Well, too bad for you. What is your argument out there? Well, we don't believe that you can do that, and we don't believe in that ecstasy because it's all sahaja. Because our guru said if you have any ecstatic devotion, it's being a sahaja. Well, what about my I'll just take it back. What about my Shiksha gurus? My Shiksha gurus say it's all about ecstasy. It's all about chanting the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. That one is very fortunate if one does that. One is very fortunate even if you see it. It starts your purification process already automatically. You can't get away from it. You see an ecstatic devotee chanting in front of you by some good fortune, and you do blah blah blah, hey you, all that. Hey man, some demons are coming out of you already, man. You're getting purified. Lucky stiff. Because that's all you are, is a dead stiff walking around, man. Stiff upper root. Yeah, you're just a zombie in this world, man. Yeah, until ecstatic devotion away, you're not even alive yet. See? So yeah, we don't accept it. Okay, well, you don't accept this preaching, you don't accept this ecstasy. Well, somebody will see. I won't see you in next life, but somebody else will. And hopefully, you'll see in some life another guru at some point. See? So different levels. This is the next level. Yeah. See, a spiritual master's eternal occupation is to expand the service of the Lord by training disciples in a service attitude. Okay? So here, once you get the wind of it, then it's not like the train. Here it becomes easy after a while. You just, oh yeah, I just want to chant the holy name in ecstasy. Yeah, there you go. You got your service attitude, man. The Lord likes that attitude. Yeah, yeah, give me happiness. That's all I've been waiting for, is you give me happiness of chanting the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. A spiritual master never poses as the Supreme Lord himself. He is considered a representative of the Lord. The revealed scriptures prohibit one pretending to be God, but a bona fide spiritual master is most faithful and confidential servant of the Lord. Therefore, he deserves as much respect as Krishna. Now, here's a subtle teaching of that. This is what the Vaishnavas don't know and need to know, actually. Um, when a spiritual master that is preaching like this postgraduate stuff, they're not. I don't consider that I'm the authority. I say this preaching is the authority. I've tested it already. I say these words are Krishna's words. I say this ecstasy is Radha's love. I say that. But what do you say? See? You say it's not out there. If you're like most of these, even gurus and their followers now, I'm trying to help them out. Okay. You say that's not the real ecstasy and that's not the real conclusions. That's what you say. Okay, so your God is speculation. See, your God is no feelings, no transcendental feelings. That's your God. It's like what do you call a void state? You're void. See, your ticket to Vrindavan is null and void. See, and I say, this is the true ecstasy. Hear ye, hear ye, everyone now in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smiti. This is the real ecstasy of Vrindavan, and this is the real preaching of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the essence of truth. That'll get you there. Okay? And how do we know? Well, we got our witnesses. How else can what are your witnesses there, Ramdas Vijayavasis? Just more speculation from your Vaishnava followers that are not yet Vaishnavas. They're not proving it. And no ecstasy that they won't prove and can't prove either, because they follow your line. And that goes for anybody like that. See, there's no cloak. That's all sinful, man. It's sinful to be representing Vrindavan when you don't. That means you got Putana. She's a sinner, isn't she? Isn't Putana a sinner? And you believe in Putana. I don't believe in Putana. I only believe in the real Krishna. The real Krishna is conclusive, clear truth. And I only believe in Radha. She is ecstatic, pure love for that Krishna, for that truth. That's all I see. Okay? So your God is speculation, and your God is void, null and void, no ecstatic devotion. It shows on your faces. Okay? So I don't know how else you can come to any standard or clarity in this world on the subject matter. We got the books, we can prove it. If you have a little bit of sincerity in you, you could see what we say is true. Talks about this ecstasy. Doesn't Chaitanya glorify ecstatic devotion? Yeah, life's ultimate goal. Chapter 23, life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna. And those attributes are sometimes a devotee, when they chant the holy name, sometimes they laugh and they cry and they choke up and they call out to the Lord, jumping around like a frog, sing and dance. Yeah, that's what the book says. That's what the Lord manifests in us, many of us. Therefore, I call that truth. How else are you going to discern it? You got to be convinced where the real path is. That's the devotee. All your austerities out there, all your fastings, all your rules and regulations are just what Jesus said. Coming to the real spiritual master, the real devotees of the Lord, who manifest the Lord's true presence at thy will. They are a manifestation of thy will, God's will on earth as it is in Vrindavan. If you're convinced of that, you've attained the kingdom of God like that. Isn't that amazing? The whole work here and all this talk and blah, blah, blah of the truth is to get people to be convinced that the real path is here. You're facing your deliverance out of the material world. You've been here for millions of lifetimes. You're almost ready to get out. If we can convince you that the truth is here, convince you, like, not blindly, but logically, clearly, truthfully, ecstatically. And you convince others that, what is truth, man, by your own experience of truth, your understanding, your relish for the truth, your relish for hearing the truth, your relish for feeling that truth awaken in you. That's your witness. What else can we witness in this world but the truth? There's nothing real in this whole friggin' universe but ecstatic love and conclusive understanding. Everything else is a fake, a lie, and you're being cheated by it. All the way up into these religious gurus. We're here to take down that show, establish a new world order Just very quickly, you guys, you come into the kingdom and you stay in the kingdom, and Krishna and Radha are your lords and masters. See? That's the new world order, man. You can't get a better order than that. Then everybody is blessed by your association. You're blessed continually. You bless others. You become a goddess of fortune and make other goddess of fortunes. So, what is better than that for everybody? There would be no need for demons or demigods in this whole universe. It'll be vacated because of the real new order is here. That's why this is such a great time, because that's only a reflection of the forthcoming truth that's coming here already. We're the first fruits of that new world order. Manifesting God on earth by being his servant. Amazing. You get the same protection the Lord has around him. You have all his weapons at your disposal because you're a true servant of the Lord. The Lord wants to make many. This is special Kali Yuga, my friends. This is the beginning of the great reset. Really, the Lord is sick of it, man. He's sick of this demon thing, and he's sick and tired of the demigod thing. He's bored, just like these elites are bored. They don't, they can't ever get enough power. They can't ever get enough money. So they got to work on getting more of that. They think they're getting happiness in this. And the Lord is bored of this scenario here. He came here to do a special thing, man. They reset everything properly. Why not reset the whole show? Reset the come on, you elites. Your plan is faulty, is not clear and clean, that you guys just you get to enjoy everything, and then everybody else doesn't get to relish happiness. They have to be your slaves, and you think there's some happiness in that? In some dystopian perverted thing that you got in your minds? Or even capitalism, we're going to have more fruitive activity from the demigod types. They want to just work, 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 build big skyscrapers, spend all this friggin' money on things that don't even matter, and never think about the transcendental Lord like we're doing here. You think that is pleasing to God? No, only this kind of work for the Lord. You play for the Lord. You play the Lord's tune in this world. You show what the Lord wants and desires. The real will of God is that we know him, that we get his grace, that we become fortunate. Everyone becomes fortunate just having our association. Because we're fortunate having his association. This is what it's all about, really. It's simple, isn't it? And you don't have to be anything special, man. Doesn't this give you great hope? The people they're teaching in Vaishnavas, you got to be a superstar devotee to get God's grace. Where the hell is the grace in that? You got to be perfect before you can get the grace. That's what the Narayan Raj teaching. Sorry, that ain't true. You got to get the mercy of a real devotee that has the mercy. It's always been like that. Jesus had the mercy of God, and he could give it to others. He knew it, and he distributed it. Whoever believed in his word of truth got it. It's the same thing here. The mercy of the Lord is here. I ain't glorying in myself. It's just here. The word is here. The ecstasy is here. And I just, a madman is speaking that truth here, because it's madness to these devotees. They're like, no, it's not like that. You speculate. Your guru speculated that you got to be something special. No, you just got to look. Where is the mercy of the Lord in this world? Where is the ecstasy? And where is that clear truth that agrees with Prabhupada's wonderful books and the Goswami understanding? This is This is the highest revelation in the universe in those books. Even the demigods, they're trying to understand these books. The greatest beings in this universe want to understand these books. If you don't want to understand these books, you're fools. And most people are fools, right? We were all fools until we desired to understand these truths. Yeah, without the mercy of the Lord, I'm a fool, man. With the mercy of the Lord, I can speak nicely, I can feel good, you know. I'll just live on the mercy. I like being a beggar. Just beg. Got my bowl out every day. Hey, Lord, give me some scraps. I'm just a dog at your table. Nice, I love that. Live like that. Don't dogs live like that? They take no care for the tomorrow. They're just sitting there. Hey, you're my master. Do I get some scraps today? Can you imagine you do that with the Lord every day? That's then you live in the moment. Hey, Lord, here I am. Yeah, you got a few scraps here. Yeah. Yeah, you notice the dogs, when you have a good master, they always feed you. Ask Maria; she's always feeding that dog. Ask what's he call Sachi, always feeds her cat religiously. The cat is always just saying, "Hey, man, any food today?" Hey. See, dogs and cats are basically lazy. They wait for you to give them the food, right? And we go there. So there's no difference. Same thing. Your dog for the Lord and say, "Hey, man, hey, look, meow, 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 meow." The Lord makes you lazy. You just ask Him, hey, look, meow, meow, meow. Okay, what else we got out of this verse here? Yeah. See, the revealed scriptures prohibit one from pretending to be God. Let's take that a little further. The scriptures, you see, the ones I'm reading now, they forbid you to be guru. These scriptures forbid you, unless you're like that. Arupa Goswami Sanat, have the mercy. And you superstar ones with the orange claws and the big sticks, you claim to be superstar devotees, and you're not. And even if you were, you get a big star false ego. Look at my star. I'm a star false ego, man. I worked for it, man. I renounced and everything. You see, the Lord taught that ain't the real path. The real path is this. We got the mercy. That's why I said, if you didn't get it from a living devotee in this world, you carried it forward into this life. There's no other way to do it. You had to do what you're doing now in some other life. And then you carry it forward. And then you get the book, or you're lucky to get a living devotees association, and then you go right into the ecstasy by that association. All right. See, so the revealed scriptures prohibit one from pretending to be God. You see that word? Key word is pretending. Can you pretend to be guru? Most do. See, they're not conclusive. This chapter 1, right? On the spiritual master. You notice Prabhupada said this is postgraduate, and as soon as he disappears, right, they all become gurus. They sit on their seats and are worshipped as good as God. And he said, this chapter is postgraduate, and none of the devotees are qualified, and you all jumped the gun. So you're a false God in this world. People listen to your word, and it's full of speculations. So the scriptures say they forbid you from being guru like that. So what are you going to do if you got the devotees go, right? The like Prabhupada leaves. What are you going to do? Prabhupada leaves. It's such a rare soul. Like, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to do God. What is God thinking? Okay, we gotta put a band-aid. You ever have a band-aid on a wound? These devotees are still wounded, and they get, as soon as the acharya leaves and they're still babies. What's happened? They get wounded more. Okay, got to put a band-aid. What's the band-aid? Well, the good news for you guys, since I smashed your false ego here already, the good news is the Lord has used you to stand in as guru, even though you're not really awakened yet and alive. You haven't got enough shiksha. Oh, and the good news, you got the Ritvik system for those who don't want to worship mundane persons. The others, they need a living person, even though it's what did Prabhupada said, a blind uncle is better than no uncle is all. They follow that path. And some people say, I don't want a blind uncle, I stick with the books. Okay, so you got that Ritvik thing. So everything is going on, but it's a band-aid, man. Just a band-aid. Now, ready for Chaitanya Lila? You ready for the postgraduate course? That's here. So this message is for you that are ready for that. No, no, you got to get the actual living guru who is alive with pure bhakti and pure intelligence, pure understanding that is checkable in these books. And their understanding is better than any guru you've heard to date. Better than any living guru that you've heard to date. Better than Jai Pataka. Let's call him out. Better than Ramdas Vijayavasi. Thank you, Ramdas, for your service. It was a great service. I'm glad you're going to go back to God just for stepping forward, man. You'll get in first because you stepped forward and you had the kahunas to do that. Postgraduate now, as it is. You need the living guru. When you accept that, now you're getting purified of the speculation. Oh, I can take a person who hasn't realized Krishna and go into Godhead, even though, but I believed. It's like people say, I don't believe in reincarnation, but you're going to reincarnate, right? I believe I'm going to go back to Godhead with my living guru who's dead still, not awakened, but you're going to come back. Because you haven't identified what's spiritual. How can you identify it when you pass from this body if you don't see it here? Why do you think deliverers come here? Why do you think the Jesus Christ came here? To show you reality. Why do you think Lord Caitanya came here? To show you what's real, this ecstatic devotion, this conclusive understanding. These books is book Bhagavat, the book Bhagavan. The living devotee is devotee Bhagavan, serving that book. See? Servitor Godhead. Amen. As it is. Otherwise, it's as it isn't. Black and white now, right? You're either the real deliverer that the Lord uses you to deliver his devotees or not. Anybody proof that they've been delivered? How about Ramdas Vijayavasi's disciples? Anyone? All they can do is produce speculation like him. Oh, and they, just like he goes against this bhakti of Lalita Ganga, oh, they do too. Could you imagine? He sends this thing, just terrible thing about, murdering. He was murdering rage about her ecstasy. He didn't like it at all. And how dare a less intelligent woman come and confront him? Oh, this enraged the guy. He sent a video and then snapped it away just to try to put the fear of his godship in her. And then the disciple comes and says, and when she mentioned it, the disciple comes and says, yeah, you should do that. Yeah, it should be like that. I thought, boy, see, just as bad as his guru, man. That's their line. We're here to end those lines, man. Yeah. Yeah. See, the revealed scriptures prohibit one pretending to be God, also pretending to be guru. See, like father, like son. And that's how you know. How do you know somebody? They can mask it. Oh, I'm not pretending to be God. I'm not pretending to be guru. And that's what it all shows up on the guru. You want to be equal with the guru or better than him. If you're not like Prabhupada, you're competing with him. If you're not with the same ecstasy, the same understanding that Prabhupada has about the essence of truth, you're competing with him, and so many are. That's why they changed the books. You notice? They're competing with Prabhupada. If people get convinced on Guru Tattva and they see the real Guru principle is going on here and the Lord is delivering them through this way, you you've got it. You cracked it, man. Now you can understand rasa tattvas and all these things. Otherwise, you cannot. They don't understand the real rasa until they accept the real Guru. You see how Krishna hides these truths from them? They don't have the real rasa because they don't understand Guru Tattva. They refuse to come through there. Oh, the Lord says, well, too bad for you. There you go ahead. Relish the rasa of speculation, which is not relishable for us. I don't like speculation. You guys don't either because you've been purified here. You can't live on that. It's got an edge to it. It's speculation. Yuck. It makes you angry, actually, like the Lord got angry with speculation. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's see. So I think. See, so the revealed scriptures prohibit pretending to be God or guru, but a bona fide spiritual master is most faithful and confidential servant of the Lord, therefore deserves as much respect as Krishna. See, there he said it. The confidential servant of the Lord is key there. Are you a confidential servant of the Lord? Can you prove it? The problem is people are imitating God and imitating Guru. And what happens? They get the same respect that a confidential manifestation of the Lord in this world should get. And then what happens? Well, when you respect people that are not liberated and you think, well, they're my Shiksha Guru and they're not liberated, well, you get a non liberated result, right? See, that's why we get transcendental results. See, because the real principle is working here. You have a real guru, obviously, because you get transcendental result. If you don't have a real guru, you get a Ram Das Vijayavasi result, right? You get these kind of disciples who speculate like you. Doesn't give happiness to devotees. So when you are convinced, this person is authorized, that is pivotal in your life. All your karma, all your sins are forgiven just in that understanding. That's why I harp on this. If I didn't harp on this, people, what is the point of me preaching? What is the point? What am the point of me being here? I come here to do some work, man. You didn't know. You think they all think, "Oh, Hari, he's just having a good time." Well, of course, that's my work. Is to have a great time. I love this stuff. This is fun to me, man. This is like going in the gladiators stadium and fighting off the biggest foes. It's thrilling. You're here to conquer. You're here to conquer Maya, people's Maya. See, if we conquer the Maya with the absolute truth, then we set people free. Your sins will be forgiven. You'll start chanting holy name in ecstasy here. You'll start to like Hari Katha. You'll like to hear these crazy, so-called crazy words of truth. You think Ram Das Vijayavasi likes to hear this preaching? He'll speculate all over the place about it. Most of ISKCON, 99.9% of ISKCON will speculate all over the place about this preaching. Why? Because their gurus are speculating all over the place. They got blind uncles. It has to be. This is prophecy, man. It has to be here. A great, what is it? A great personality is not a great personality unless their opinion differs from them others. Krishna being in here and worshiping in ecstasy and relishing these truths is brought to the point that I know there's a great personality. I cannot deny that. That's not false ego. To admit and to accept and to proclaim that the Lord is living in here. Radha and Krishna, Lord Caitanya are in here. And in some of you too. That's why I'll wash your feet, kiss your feet. I don't care what these people think. Oh, there's a foot. What are you? What are you? You don't know conclusive truth. You know, Lord Krishna, what he did? He washed the feet of the whole kingdom. That was they did a party. And he was the foot washer. Can you imagine? People thought, Krishna, what are you doing? You know, you're washing the feet of everybody. Krishna was a great place. Oh, well, this is my nature, man. These are all my devotees. They come here in the pastimes. And, didn't Jesus wash the feet of his disciples? Why? And I got a foot fetish. See, that's how conclusive people are. Oh, you're into, you got something wrong in your brain to want to wash the feet of your disciples when Jesus Christ did it, and I'm supposed to do different. Doesn't make any sense when you really hear it. These guys are insane, actually. They just don't know what real sanity is. See, that's why when you hear this and you get purified, you'll understand what liberated souls understand, by the mercy of the Lord. When, people say, yeah, see, Gohari, he says he's a great personality and we shouldn't follow him. But see, a great personality doesn't know they're a great personality. Like that's why they don't know anything. They don't know how it shows up. So I explain it. How can Gohari, how could Prabhupada preach if he didn't admit that God was in him? Why do you think he means it when he's liking reading his books? Is he in false ego, or he's saying, no, actually Krishna dictated. The Krishna lives inside me, man. He's dictating. Therefore, I can do this service. I can translate these books. Bhakti Vinod said the same thing. He said, I wrote this book, Sri Krishna Samhita, simply because this blackish person appeared inside my heart and engaged me in this work. What? Gohari, if you don't have somebody in your life as guru like that, what? Gohari, I say, and I'm at fault for saying Radha and Krishna live in me and engage me in this guruship, engage me in liberating people that are ready to be liberated? I got to be different than them? Well, if I have to have the same understanding as them, otherwise this will not happen. You would not have transcendental books unless Bhakti Vinod realized that. You wouldn't have Prabhupada's books unless he realized that. You would not be delivered unless Gohari realized that and preached from that platform. You would just have your speculations and have your mundane gurus as speculators. And you'd be taking another birth because speculators don't get into the place I live in. Oh, you mean you don't have to go to Vrindavan? No. Even my ex-wife, she says, Gohari, you can't be bona fide because you don't live in Radhakund. And I said, you don't live in Radhakund. I live in Radhakund. I carry Radhakund. I'm preaching, man. You're just sitting there. You're messing your hands up, just doing this, worshiping the statues there with your hands all screwed up and your mind screwed up, simply because you gave up the real path. You don't think like an acharya thinks. Prabhupada said, if you don't have life, stay in Vrindavan. If you got life, Go out and preach because you carry God there. I don't have to be in Vrindavan to remember Vrindavan. I just create it like this. And this is practical, man. People, we're taking Maya by the throat and choking her. Just like Krishna did in Vrindavan. I just turn the camera on, go live, man, and get Putana and choke her. Just suck her life out of her, man. Suck all that poison out of her. Okay? Of course, Vrindavan is nice to be. I like, going there. It's great, nice, wonderful. Mayapur is beautiful. Yeah, but I created. When I was in Mayapur, I didn't even have to go to the temple. It was better. I felt better just staying in my room. And I could be myself. Like here, I can be myself. It's much better. Krishna likes to be himself. Do you like to hold back? Does anybody like not to be themselves? Do you like to be constipated and repressed? Do you like not to express your emotional state and your true self? No, it's a sign of health, right? That's why bhakti. He had so much bhakti, man, and he felt he couldn't express it because all these people are in mass illusion, and he's sitting there writing all the time, in his room, writing book after book after book, expressing this. Prabhupada also, he also couldn't express a lot. So he's writing, taking, relishing that relationship with Krishna, writing and writing. See, expression, at least he got it in the book. See? But now, there's a difference now because now vibration time, not just in the book, but hey, you get to see actually that bhakti. You get to hear these words, these conclusions, very deep, that destroy illusion, destroy gurus that are not gurus. You got to destroy that illusion, otherwise you can't reset things. What do you think these elites are doing? They're destroying the world. They want to reset it. You got to destroy what has been before. How can you do something new? Right? You got to destroy the old. That's why we're everything. People got too many people. We want the robots here. And what are people going to do? And they're right. What are people going to do on this planet when you take their jobs away? That's what they're doing. They got to get rid of the people, so many, because they got nothing to do. You should listen to these people. I mean, I learned so much about Krishna. You know, they, they, they're in control. The demons are in control of the world. They're managing our world. And they're thinking also like, well, what are people going to do? We got all these robots we want to use, we can't use these resources in the name of people. What are they going to do all day? Well, for a time, we'll put them in the metaverse. See, that's coming. You're gonna they have them. You're gonna people. They're gonna see goggles everywhere, and people are gonna be just like in those movies because they got to do something, man. You're gonna be at home. What are you gonna do? You got to do something at home. See, they put you in the metaverse. You'll be flying around. See, another illusion. Illusion everywhere. See, what are we gonna do? We're in the real. This is the real metaverse. This is beyond the universe, right? That's a fake facsimile that only demons can do. They make a mechanical version. We have the spirit version, the eternal version of the metaverse, the universe beyond this material illusion, all created organically by Harikatha, preaching, talking about the Lord, remembering Krishna, following in the footsteps of Lord Caitanya and his teachings. The religion of the age is this, what we're doing right here, right now, this minute. The pure religion of this age is remembering the truth, remembering Krishna, and reminding others of Krishna. That's it. This is the metaverse. This is the spirit version. This is the great reset. See? Otherwise, you'll be taken out. See, the world wants a new world here based on the truth. That's all illusion. Even fruitive activity is an illusion, it's an obstacle. This demon thing, there it's all that's all illusion. This is the race reset, man. This is the new world order. See, this is the truth. Everybody can have this. All you have to do is accept these truths, accept this worship, accept this emanation. Like Ladita goes, come take it. Shh, 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 take it. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah, that's it. And you get it, and you become self-realized more and more and more, very quickly. And now you've been reset, right? You reset the thing. You got a whole new life. Reset your life. Whole new life. And it's a wondrous one. It's one you'll never get tired of. Narada Muni never gets tired of his new life. He has new life. He followed the process, just like you're following the process. He heard from the sages, came to the point that the modes of nature diminished, and then he loved the name. He just went around the world chanting the name. See, Patan soldiers did too. They put their guns down, and when they became attracted to Lord Chaitanya and got the potency, and they just chanted the glories of Lord Chaitanya around the world and chanted in ecstasy. What are we doing? Same thing. That's all I've been doing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, that's multiverse. That's another thing. See, metaverse. Metaverse is this. It's like this cartoon version of the world. They create all these characters and stuff. So multiverse could be on the spiritual level. Is the Lord has multiverses where you have like different doms where things are going on. They're actually like spiritual worlds, like a whole world, a whole thing. And all the beings there, like in the Vaikuntha planets, they're all worshiping the Lord in a certain mood and temperament. And the big place is huge, huge, beyond our imagination. Uh, and then there's Vrindavan also. See, it's special worship there. That's kind of our place. And Lord Chaitanya, Sankirtan movement, chanting the holy name in ecstasy. So at this time, this is the escape. There's no other real escape, and there's no other alternative. You can go and try and fight the demons if you want, but they're very strong right now. My God, are they strong? They've been, how can you fight something they've been working on for centuries? Even Jesus predicted this 2,000 years ago. They've been working on it since ancient times, just for this moment, for this time. And we're born at this time. And Lord Chaitanya just happened to come at this time. And we're here at this time doing this kind of preaching. Ooh, are we going to have a pastime here, man? We're already having a pastime here. Passing our time, This is a great way to pass your time, man. You get the most fruit, man. You liberate souls, take them out of the material universe, man. Inspire them with bhakti, give them a reset in their life, man. This is the greatest. You can have you see, the demons are thinking that's a great reset. I'm saying this is the greatest reset for them also. They should change. When they get wind of this, some will say, hey man, I think this with this little group there, Lord Chaitanya's Grace Place has a better reset than what we're thinking. Theirs takes so much work, and look at them. They just sitting back and resetting everything in a wonderful way, and everybody is getting really wealthy on what's really valuable, and everything just kind of comes automatically into their lives. Everything, the grace of God, everything flows, nothing but good fortune and freedom. The qualities that we would work for, they just become manifested, and even better, more purified version. I was listening to my class, and like, yeah, my God, speaking like the wind, man. We just Where's that come from? People have to go take classes in Toastmasters to speak like this. I'm marveling myself. I'm thinking, boy, you got to spend all that money, and there's a lot of work and discipline to speak, and then you have a mundane voice. And here the Lord gives you a voice, His voice, man, and His voice, it does stuff, man. It influences people to the point of transforming into spiritual persons. My God, a million courses in Toastmasters can't do that. All you can do is become a good speaker for fools. People, they think that vibration, speaking about mundane things and trying to convince them and influence them, take their money and all that stuff. That's all that's the best you can do with a mundane voice. But here you get so many boons. You get a voice that delivers people out of illusion. You get a voice when you chant the holy name, you become ecstatic. You get a voice that awakens God in your heart, Radha, his love in your heart. That's the whole purpose of the voice. If you're not using it for that, that's why I don't like to hear people blah, 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 blah. It's like, Lord Caitanya, Lord Caitanya, for God's sake. Don't tell me, I got to listen even now. I often have to listen to people talking about their dead past or their imagined future. And the more you get into this, the more you hang out with Gaur Hari Das, you'll just want to speak about Krishna. You'll just want to hear it. You'll just stay in the moment with Krishna and everything will go on. Maria was saying, well, tomorrow I'm planning on doing that. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, let me hear your plan. I was listening, but not listening. Because I know when I wake up, I just do this, man. Just, in the morning, okay, we're here another day. I'm alive. Okay, what do we do? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. let's do the rasa dance, right? And then things come from that, just everything. A few plans here and there. Oh, I'm going to go here and there, but nothing, nothing's set in stone. I always marvel at your top-notch speaking skills. You blow my mind. Yeah, because it's not. This is the Lord wants us to learn this. He's the reservoir. See, we're the rivers. See, the rivers coming from that reservoir. And when you're connected to the reservoir, what are you lacking? You're connected to where everything comes from, all the good qualities, even the bad, all good and bad and everything come from that reservoir. See? So when you tap into the Lord's Maya, see, we have knowledge. See? We know that that has a dark shadow. We only use that for preaching, mainly. Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, the shadow. Okay, let's use that for preaching. The highest truth, man. So people can learn how to make that's a bridge for them. Let's do the rasa dance. Yes, it's the main plan every day. Okay, 2.5 hours. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Huh. Okay, I don't know. Maybe one more verse. Maybe. Huh. So, according to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So there you go. Are you with a real? The question should be for everybody, and I ask for anybody coming across these videos: is your spiritual master a real one? Are you being delivered? See, because you got to see: am I making progress of being delivered? Are some people around me being delivered? See, what does it mean to be delivered? See, delivered. You notice a baby is born. What do they call it? A delivery, a birth. See, a deliver. Are you delivered? So now, spiritually, are you delivered? Is your spiritual body awakened? Has your spiritual body been delivered to you to where you're looking at it now? And you have a relationship with that now, your spirit form. See? So if you're with a real guru, you should at least, if you're not like there yet, you should see some people like now we're preaching, right? People are coming. You see some people are coming and they're delivered. You can see. Is Lalita Ganga delivered? See, she even shakes her head. Yeah, Krishna's she got the delivery, right? Again, delivered. What does that mean? Did you get the delivery? See, it's like when these apostles who got the delivery of the Holy Spirit, right? They got the delivery from Jesus. Yeah, we got Jesus delivery. It was Amazon in person, man. Amazon came. We got the delivery. The drone came. The transcendental drone came and dropped the package. The Holy Spirit, man, right on in there. They got the tongues. The serpent comes up and flames of fire like that. He got the delivery. So they go to this other Jesus preacher, man, but he didn't have the delivery. Did you get the delivery of the Holy Spirit? And the guys, no, we only got the water delivery. The water came upon us. Upon me. We're preaching the water. It's a bit watery, watered down. Yeah. See, and they say, well, we got the delivery and we're empowered to give that delivery other. We see the word of Jesus was like that. He said, whatever his word was, you got. See, his word was truth. He said, Lord, they listened to me. They are my 11 disciples. They listened, believed in my word. They believed my word came from you. Therefore, may they be like us. May they be like we are, together forever. And it was so. And the Lord went further to another conclusive truth. He's just speaking, pulling the truth out of the scriptures. That's all. He said, okay, and another thing, Lord, let's not stop there. Otherwise, if we stop it, then it won't go on. All right, and here's another word that the apostles heard. Whoever believes in their testimony as being truthful will also be as we are. Okay? That's a disciplic line. That's why this is, if you don't, hey world, everybody, if you don't meet such a line with people that are delivered, the delivery of love of God has not come upon them. See, you're not delivered. You don't know what is real. You don't know what is, you have to come in line. I had to come in line. Even after being delivered, but I had to be awakened again, just like you guys. A lot of you guys come here and gals and quickly get it because you made contact with devotees. The same thing, these videos will go out and some people will say, I'm ready for that level. Let me go there. I'm ready to be delivered. See, this is the completion. This is the finishing work of being delivered. You're not delivered speculating. You're not delivered being a neophyte band-aid guru. You're not delivered by being a neophyte band-aid Ritvik. We're here to take the band-aid off and heal the wound. Literally, heal the wound, man. You're wounded by Maya still. You have the little band-aid to keep you a little inspired. I'm a Ritvik, I'm a Ritvik, I'm a Ritvik. Prabhupada gave you the Ritvik thing. Krishna did through him. I got my living guru and I become a living guru, but you're still dead. Band-aid, we take it off. Okay, time to take the band-aid off. Here, take the truth. Let's heal the wound. The truth is going to heal the wound. The ecstatic worship and showing it is going to heal your wound. You can take the band-aid off now. Let us just heal that wound permanently. Otherwise, if this situation isn't here, where you got the delivering guru delivering you ecstasy, delivering you Chaitanya Leela, conclusive truth, then the band aid might fall off someday, and there's no one to heal the wound. Wow, is this fabulous preaching? Oh, Lord, we're really cutting it today, man. We're peeling rubber, man, pedal to the metal. Look at these analogies, Amy. Amazing, huh? I'm also amazed. Yeah, like, wow, where did that one come from, man? Let's do the rasa dance. Yes, that's the main plan every day. Yeah, basically, that's it, man. You know, Eckhart Tolle teaches the path to be here now. This is the perfection of it. This is easy to be here now. See? This is easy to get mind control. The people teach mech. Oh, it's so hard to discipline every day and meditate, but control the mind is like the wind. The mind is like the wind. You're trying to control it, and you know why you can't? Because the mind is more powerful. They're more powerful than you because your soul ain't awakened. You cannot subdue the mind. See, only the Lord can subdue the mind. You don't know how to control the mind. You think it's through meditation. That's inconclusive. Not that way. That's only half truth. Meditating on God, on the Lord, Krishna, with the potency. Oh, mind control. No problem, man. Control my mind. Easy. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, man. Easy, relax. My mind says, hey, man, get up, Gory. You're sleeping too friggin' long. I want to meditate on Krishna's name. I'm telling you, my mind's like that. Your mind can be too. Now, how would you like that? And you see, it's your best friend now. It's your buddy. They didn't say the mind is either your enemy or your friend. See, you get this potency here. You come and listen to this preaching. You can chant, and your mind will say, "Wow, this is fantastic! Thank you for introducing me to Krishna. Now I'll make sure that you go to Krishna every day. I'll make sure I'll wake you up in the morning. Look, what do you think happened to me? 3 o'clock in the morning. It's always been like that. Why? Past life, my mind was my friend." And he was just like, always go to me. Come on, get to Krishna. Come on, read those books, man. Chant that name. That's your best friend, man, when your mind does that, huh? Practical. Isn't it nice to have a practical mind, that does that actually happens for you? Mind becomes your best friend. See, it runs to Krishna now. My mind, when I'm inattentive, sometimes my mind says, hey, go high. My dear friend, you get back and meditate completely on Krishna's name so my mind can relish this. I'm only serving my mind now in that way. And my mind is served. We're friends now. See, best, what do you think? This is all literal stuff, man. These words are literal. The mind becomes your best friend because now it's Krishna. See, Krishna in your mind. What's the difference, man? Your mind is so absorbed in Krishna's name and his pastimes, his qualities. That's Krishna's mind. Oh, oh, great secret. This rolls off the tongue sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, your mind brings you to Krishna. See, it's a Krishna. Krishna's in control now. And you're loving it, man. I had enough of my mind being attracted to Maya too much. Even now I have to, my mind says, hey, look at that. It's not, don't waste your time. Get over here. Yeah, Lord Krishna in the form of the spiritual master delivers his devotees. Okay? That's simple. Yeah. Purport. The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. Isn't that nice? Two edges. It's as good or as bad. If your relationship with the Lord is not so good, it'll show up in your relationship with the guru is not so good. If your relationship with the guru is very nice and very wonderful, it'll be shown in your relationship with the Lord. That's why it says pleasing the spiritual master is as good as pleasing Krishna. I'm very pleased when people understand Guru Tattva and act in that capacity. Why? Because the Lord is very pleased. See, that shows it because people need to see that practically in the form of a guru. Yeah. So our relationship is as good with the spiritual, with God, or as bad as it is with God, according to our attitude towards the spiritual master, even to the point of, oh yeah, I'm Gurudev, but Gohari, who if the Lord is here, and I'm sure He's here, and I know He's here. If the Lord is here in this body in this temple, and if you say, and you're a guru, and everything you say, I don't like you, I don't like your preaching, I don't like your ecstasy. Well, that's how good your relationship really is with God. It reflects on how you treat the guru. Isn't that the Pharisee test? Isn't that what they did? You could see because they're going around. Look at me. We're great. We have a great relationship with God. You know, we give God to others, all that and everything. And then Jesus comes along, who was really an intimate, confidential servant of the Lord, right? And they go, ooh, read. Well, that's how good their relationship with God. It needs some improvement. Nobody knew that until the Jesus comes. See? Who actually the transcendental potency is in. Well, you got another chance at it now. Well, the transcendental potency is in here and in some of my students here. And so everybody gets another chance at it. Oh, how do you alleged gurus react? Do you like this? See? So that's one thing about Ramdas Vijayavasi that was sort of okay. I mean, it shows you the condition. At least he started to come forward and he kind of liked what we were doing until we put the squeeze on it. See? And which is, part of the purification. This is all purifying. The rage has to come out, all that stuff. You never know. He might even apologize someday. We have to see. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I think that's enough for now. 3 hours is good. So, Tom, play us. Nah, that's good enough. Okay. All right. So I'll see everybody later. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna.